My name is Kyle, and I'm the best man here this evening. And I have actually a long speech. But I'm so happy for the two of you. And I was telling Eric last night at the rehearsal dinner that there's been so many times over this past day or two that I've been here that I've just been speechless. You know, that I wanted to just say something and just had nothing to say. You know, just because, and for those of you who know me, I'm rarely speechless. It's I usually do have something to say. I usually can chip something in, but every time I feel like I've gotten up to this point where it's just this is perfect, exactly as it is. It's perfect. Everything is just so perfect. But it's with great pleasure that I get to toast you guys right now. And I've been thinking about doing this. I came across the song, "You're no one until somebody loves you." Right? It's that old jazz standard, and I feel like that's true in a lot of ways. And I know with being friends with Eric, there's been a lot of times that I've not felt like somebody until I've been taken care of by Eric. And there's Eric took me in for a while. I sat on this couch for a long time, way longer than I think he bargained for. And there was one night in particular too, where I told him that I felt like a failure. Because everything was going on, I felt like this total failure. And he said that I needed to widen my scope, and that I would see this as just a bump in a much larger process. And that being a failure was something, that was a conclusion. And that conclusions were only good when something had concluded. And that nothing was over. And, I kept on fighting him on it. Mess up this job, my girlfriend broke up with me, but nothing's over. Nothing's over. Nothing's over. And it's changed my life. And I feel like I'm somebody because Eric has taken care of me, and I'm somebody who I really like because I'm Eric in a lot of ways. It's with great pleasure I feel like I've gotten a front row seat to the two of them meeting and getting together. And I can remember when they first met, or the first date, maybe not when they first met, but the first date. Eric had come home, and this was during my low point. So Eric was like, what'd you do tonight? I was like, I just charmed school with Ricky Lake, cried myself to sleep. What did you do? And he was like, well, I went on this date. I was like, really? A date? Okay, all right. Well, what happened? It's always funny too when people make these qualifying statements with a but, and they're contradictory. So they say things like, I don't mean to be racist, but. You say something. I don't mean to be insensitive about this, but. Then they proceed to say something really insensitive. And Eric's a very sensitive guy. I'm a very sensitive guy. Last night we were swapping stories of when did you cry during the Olympics? And his was during the gymnastics, and mine was in the closing ceremony. And I cried during Finding Nemo, and not somebody you really need to be cool in front of, but this instinct to be cool kicked in, and Eric, bless his heart, was really trying to be cool about this date. And he kept saying things. He's like, well, it's a first date, but. And they proceed to wax poetical about it. Right? I don't want to get ahead of myself, but she's fantastic in all these different ways. I don't want to get married, nothing, but if I did, this is exactly the type of person So from the word go, he could not play it cool, was bit by the bug, Cupid got him with Zion. And as they got more and more serious about one another, I would every so often I would get a phone call. It was like, Kyle, I think I just messed this whole thing up. I think I just ruined everything. I was like, you just gotta ride the scope a little bit. And he was like, that's the worst advice I've ever heard. But I remember as well, when you told me that you were going to propose. It was at, it was on 16th Street, the macaroni and cheese. Anyway, we were at this restaurant, and Eric paid. And, you know, I had met this girl, and I was like 2 feet in with her. You know, and I probably did like a 30-minute monologue about how perfect she was, and blah, 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 blah. And Eric just like stopped me. And he was like, I know exactly how you feel. And I just like, again, stopped talking for like a half a second. Just like, yeah, you do know, don't you? You do know exactly what it's about. Yeah, I know exactly what you feel. She dumped me, by the way. But it was at that same dinner that you told me that you were going to propose. And I asked you how you knew. I was like, how do you know that this is it? How do you know that this is like the one? And you gave me a great answer. You know, he said that he wasn't afraid, first of all, and that in the past, you know, or you know, in general, people seem to get afraid of this because they feel the ending of something. It feels like at the end of life as they know it, the end of their single life, and that you knew that this was the one because it didn't feel like anything was ending. That you were just too excited to be beginning that married life. And it was like, okay, yep, I get it. And so here we are on that day. You're starting your married life together. And you're just going to be happier for both of you. And I actually do feel like that song is wrong. Now, you know, I feel like the name of the song is You're No One Until Somebody Loves You. You know, and watching you transform into this new man, this married man, and soon to be father. You know, I actually think the song should go, you're no one until you love somebody else. You know, and I just, again, I'm speechless. You know, like I feel like I have a thing, and I just feel like I can't add to this. You know, you guys are perfect. I love you both, and I'm so happy for both of you. And, you know, life is tough, and there are the bumps. You know, you gotta line your scope. You know, but we're here to celebrate the fact that you guys are doing this together from here on out. And so if everyone could raise their glass.